In the heart of ancient Egypt lies a secret that has remained hidden for thousands of years, a precision so perfect, it challenges everything we know about history. What seemed like an ordinary sculpture soon revealed an incredible mystery. Could the ancient Egyptians have possessed tools and technology far beyond our understanding? Join us as we unravel the secrets of Ramses II's statue, exploring the advanced techniques that made such precision possible. Was this the work of ancient hands alone, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? This is a journey into the depths of history, science, and mystery, where the legacy of Egypt's greatest pharaoh still holds untold secrets. We will also find that the curve of the right side of the face is identical to the left and is part of an oval shape. To make the curve of the face in this way, the tool must move in a fixed curved path. To cut the stone, same thing with the rest of the curves of the face: the jaw, the means cover, and the cheek. The statue's sculpture was preceded by a design process, and the designer made some adjustments that did not previously exist in favor of the statue. The fake beard does not look like this in reality, as it does not attach to the body. However, the sculptor did so as it would be easy to be broken if he left it detached. Also, this movement will support the head and neck, the weakest areas in the statue's body, and to endure the weight of the crown, as seen in most king statues. If we compare the Luxor statue to the British Museum statue, the face features of the Luxor Ramses statue and the Ramesseum statue are almost identical. The royal crowns are an eye-catching feature of the statues. The white crown was known to be the crown of the Kingdom of the South, and his name is Hedjet, and the red crown was the crown of the Northern Kingdom, whose name was Dishret. And after the union, it became a double crown. Our knowledge of crowns is limited, and we don't know for sure what they symbolize or why they were designed in this way. Until today, we had no clue what material it was made of. So far, no crowns have been discovered in any place or tomb. However, crowns are always found on the heads of royal statues or inscriptions. Several crowns from Luxor temple statues are on the ground. In addition to the smooth and professional polishing of crowns, its formation is also fascinating. The South's cone-shaped crown, with its smooth curves, is part of an oval path. The freedom of human hands prevents them from carving a circle or an oval shape. The oval or the ellipse is thought to have originated in Greece around 400 BC by Greek scholars such as Archimedes and Proclus. It is not difficult to draw, but it is not simple. The machine to draw this shape was invented by Archimedes, and it moves on vertical axis. After that, we devised equations for drawing it and using the computer. Of course, we can draw it easily. The thing about the white crown isn't that it's part of a drawn or engraved ellipse. Instead, it is sculptured in 3D. At a time when they supposedly had no available tools, they needed something to carve paths in the granite that way. And the theme is completely repeated in the crowns of various other statues. Eventually, you will have the impression that you are looking at a product that was well designed and implemented using advanced tools and knowledge. Perhaps after a while, your eyes will notice the precision with which the statues are carved, and you will notice the original statues from the repaired. For example, the Ramses II statue on the right. When I first saw it, I said, its crown is restored. Because the crown is not on the straight line of the body's center. When I looked back at older photos, I noticed that the crown was not on the head. So, it was clear that it had been restored recently, but it had not been restored to its original position. I'm not underestimating the restoration work, but the statue was leaving the hands of its owners in a different condition. The same geometry can be seen in the ears of the statues. This is what we are doing with the current machines, known as contours. A photo of Amenhotep III's ear from the British Museum has gone viral on social media with many arguments that it cannot be carved using modern machines. This is not true, because we can now sculpt as similar with machines. We'll see advanced sculpture models after a while. Look at objects around you. The bulb-shaped TV screen's machine gears the use of well-known geometric shapes such as the circle, rectangle, and square repeatedly demonstrates that these industries are supported by machines. The same principle can be found throughout the Egyptian civilization, not only in statues, but also in many ancient Egyptian monuments. According to Egyptology references, statues evolved over 3,000 years. However, the evolution that occurred in sculpting statues was not matched by the evolution in the tools. According to the official references, the sculptures of the first dynasties of those preceding them were small and few, and they were made of stones and chisels. But what about the giant statues of the New Kingdom? Was it also carved with stones and chisels, as if the tools used over 3,000 years had not evolved? If we got a painter and asked him to draw a colorful painting and we gave him a pencil, his immediate response will be it's impossible and that he requires colors. We'll tell him he can draw for as long as he wants or that we can bring people to assist him. This will also not work. All these things are meaningless. Even if he is the greatest artist, even if he is a genius, his talent and skill will be useless without tools. He must have the right tools and bring colors to achieve the job. Apply the same logic to any other field. We wouldn't be able to build skyscrapers unless we invent the steel so that we can reach higher heights to search for oil. We invented excavators. Can I look for oil with a shovel or with my hands? We would have dug the oil well in 20 years. Therefore, the sculptor would logically say, I can't sculpt this statue today. However, I will create tools and equipment to assist me in doing so. Like Archimedes, he couldn't draw an oval shape until he invented the machine that could. This is a natural human thought. We have an inscription from the tomb of Khemraju in Saqqara of sculptors carving a statue with a hammer and a chisel. So you might be wondering why I keep talking about advanced tools and technology and so on when the inscriptions in front of us are made with chisels and hammers. There are a few points I need to clarify here. First of all, the ancient Egyptians didn't record everything publicly. They didn't record their secrets and knowledge. Otherwise, they would be naive. If they did, they chose certain things and recorded them. No country simply publishes its secrets and sciences to the world so that anyone can see them. For example, you will never find the designs of airplanes and cars manufactured in the United States published anywhere. It is kept under strict confidentiality to preserve it. Even less significant matters, such as silicon circuit designs for mobile phones or computers, these are company secrets that are only available to employees and cannot be published. Additionally, publishing is criminalized to preserve its technology. So, do you expect to find the secrets of building pyramids and sculpting obelisks and statues in public? Obviously not. The statue in front of us could be made of sandstone, so it could be carved with chisels. The statue of Djoser in the Egyptian Museum, for example, can be carved manually. However, the presence of inscriptions like these does not deny the presence of other methods used in carving large granite or stone statues. We also have drawings in the tomb of Rekhmire, Thutmose III's minister, of a group of sculptors who are working on red statues, and they are mostly made of granite, and some conclude, based on these inscriptions, that the granite sculpture was done all by hand. However, if you look closely, you will notice that there are no chisels or hammers in the inscriptions. And what they mostly do is the final polishing process for the statue coloring, or removing tool traces. And we have been doing these things by hand until today. The ancient Egyptians did not record everything they did publicly. The sculpture steps that have been officially adopted, according to the Munich Museum, are as follows. The stone is brought in, lines are drawn on it, and then gradually sculpted until it reaches the final shape. Also, some small statues can be sculpted in the same manner. However, executing high-precision granite statues is very hard to be possible this way. Nowadays, we sculpt statues in at least 4 ways. Hand carving with chisels for wooden or soft stone statues, sculpting with small electric tools. The third method is to sculpt with CNC machines, and the fourth method is to sculpt with 5-axis robot arms. All these methods are available today. So, publishing a photo of me sculpting with chisels does not deny the existence of other sculpting methods. Let us summarize the last part. If the ancient Egyptians only had primitive hand tools like those displayed in museums, these statues are not supposed to exist today. Now, we need to see similar experiences of sculpting statues in modern times, how they did it, and what is the accomplishment, and the goal is to figure out an answer to a question. Is it possible for us to hand sculpt statues at this level? The Renaissance of Egypt, a statue carved in the early 20th century by Egyptian artist Mahmoud Mokhtar. It is one of the most famous modern statues. In the shape of an Egyptian woman and a statue of the Sphinx. It was expressing the Egyptians' reality at the time. The statue is very artistically beautiful, made of rose granite, with very precise and exquisite details. We can say that it is on the same technical level as the ancient Egyptian statues. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of ancient Egypt, the evidence suggests that the statues we admire today may have been crafted with more than just hand tools and chisels. The precision seen in these monuments raises questions about the knowledge and tools the Egyptians may have used. Could we be overlooking an ancient form of technology lost to time? As we continue to investigate, we must ask ourselves, were these statues the product of simple tools, or were they designed with an understanding of geometry, engineering, and technology far beyond what we have been taught? The truth remains hidden in the stone, waiting to be discovered.